What a surprise. Yes, I'm here. I just figured, I got to go out and do some things, but I can't really do it yet. And I was going to go to Starbucks, so I thought I might as well have an impromptu BS session. Not on one particular topic, not on, necessarily on politics, on Thailand, whatever. Just a BS session. Tom, what's happening? How you doing? Why not? I figure a lot of people are at home right now, chilling. I don't particularly like my position. Let's see if I can change it up a little here. Oh wow, Starbucks. Let's just. This is good enough, I guess. I didn't bring my what do you call it, my mini tripod, because I didn't think I was going to stream. I told myself I'm not going to stream. Then I got here and I couldn't resist. So here we are. How is everybody doing today? It's raining here in Bangkok, at least in my neck of the woods. Not real hard, but a little drizzle. Enough where I got wet coming over here. People are using umbrellas. Perfect Friday. Perfect for Friday. Although my wife is out today. She's got a couple of meetings. She's got to run around town, so she's not too happy about it. Starbucks and streams. Goes to yeah, I can use that tagline. Starbucks and streams. Goes together like coffee and cream. It's got to be coffee and cream because it rhymes better. It flows better. Starbucks and stream goes together like coffee and cream. I've been working on these videos. I've got a couple of videos I've been working on. I'm not really happy with them. I never am. But there was one girl in my little group where we went up to the mountains. And, we're on this Three Whale Rocks, and Samhinwan. And, we're in this little truck together. And she's talking, and she gave my name another channel, another name. She goes, oh, this you're gonna shoot for YouTube? Oh, and I told her and everything, and she gave me I can't remember it, and she gave me her Line account so I could send her some photos and stuff. And I asked her for it, she couldn't remember either. And I'm like, didn't I record it somewhere? She came up with a fantastic name, and I'm like, maybe it's not that fantastic if I can't remember it. Anyway. Let me see what the temperature is here. 82 degrees. High at 89. Rainy all week. Oof. 82% humidity. Feels like 90. 30% chance of rain. Visibility is the same as it almost always is, 6 miles. The Thai bahts. 31.14, so the dollar has gained a little strength, just a smidgen, and the air quality is 65, which is, now that people are going back to work more regularly, it's getting a little more smoggy. So The one thing, like I said, I've been working on the videos and everything, but I've been trying to come up with something. And I talked to Mr. Steve, who is Steve's Kitchen. Check his channel out. We talk all the time about YouTube and all kinds of interesting stuff. And he was stuck in Turkey. Now he's in the UK, and he's doing some. Well, he's going to try to do some long walk, which I had to talk to him about a little bit. We had a nice discussion about that. But I'm thinking. Well, thank you very much, there, Ron. Appreciate it. Cheers. Das Vidania. Prost. What's the other one? I've forgotten all of them since I don't drink much anymore. But choke me. But I was thinking about my little trip. I don't want it to be a little trip. I want it to be an epic trip. It's nice to go up and go in the mountains and go up and hang off the side of some mountain and wonder if you're gonna fall. That's fun. It's exciting and everything. But we were talking about it. It's very hard to make an exciting, like truly exciting, edge of the seat. Like, wow, oh wow, I gotta sit here and watch this kind of video or stream. It's not easy anymore. Not that it ever was, but with the number of videos and things out there, the content out there, the amount of content out there, it's gotten more difficult. And so I've been thinking about, what do I want to do? What really do I want to do? Where do I want to go? What can I do? So I've got a couple of ideas. And hopefully I'll get them all ironed out, because, the trick is to do things on the spur of the moment, but you still have enough planned out where, you're kind of prepared for what happens. So that's what I've been working on, that and the videos, everything. I've been busier than usual, and I still got the family to deal with. So, Alex starts school on Monday. What's today? Friday. He starts school on Monday. Nicholas is in school. We got a new cat, Sid, who is actually pretty cool. I'm going to bring him on the air eventually. As long as he's eating, he's a cool cat. He's either really mellow and he'll just chill out and sleep, or lay next to you or whatever. Or he's a nutcase. He's a complete nutcase. He's a cat. He's a crazy cat. He jumps around, spins around, and does 360s in the air. Runs after things that aren't there. He loves to push empty water bottles around and just play with them. But the good thing is he has not shit or piss in the house on anything. He hasn't scratched anything up. We got him a little scratch pole. He's in the little, what do you call it? The little kitty box. He does his business in the kitty box. And I don't have to worry about him, crapping all over my stuff, which that's where I draw the line with animals. If they're sick or something, then I have a little leniency. But if it's just, hey, I feel like taking a dump on your shirt, that's unacceptable. And that's grounds for banishment. So he's been very good. He's growing and eating. So it's like we have a new baby in the house, My kids are happy. They're completely recovered. So all is well. So now to come up with some epic trip. The thoughts have been going through my head for weeks. But, yesterday after talking to Steve, I was thinking, it's got to be a little more epic than just, I'm going to go to this place, I'm going to go to that place. It has to be something difficult. something that's going to push me, something exciting. You know, can I get through the jungle? I've got a little man named Mo as my tour guide or something, and he's 85 years old and he's funny as hell. You know, something like that. I've got to have some stuff. So I'm trying to come up with it. You know, that's what I do with the majority of my day. I sit online and look at stuff and figure out, can I do this? Can I try this? Should I try this? Just so long as there's no monkeys involved. When monkeys get involved, I start getting a little bit irritated. Well, you know, that's the thing. You know, it's like every time you do a little video or a little stream, it's kind of like, is it going to meet? You know, is it going to meet up to the last stream? And Soy Dog Cowboy, if you're still there and listening, you know, you said, I think it's the best stream you've ever done. So, like, how do I beat that? You know what I mean? Like, I can't even keep track of all the places I've gone and things I've done. So it's not really about can I beat the last time. It's just can I do something that I think is, can I do something that I'm going to be happy with? And I'm almost never happy with anything I do. And I mean, seriously, I'm not. I've got thousands of photos that I've never put online. They're just sitting on a drive because I don't want to show them to anybody. I've got video footage nobody's ever seen because I just don't want to show it to anybody. You know, so I got to think about that. But I don't think I should try to beat it, like you said. I think it's just do something that makes me, that gives me morning wood. Well, not that, but gets me excited, you know, gives me a chubby. Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you. You know, I've just about got my blog post with the cost of my trip. I've got all the costs and everything like that, but I started writing some stuff, and then I was like, I really want to put this in, and I just didn't get it up yet. But it will go up soon. It'll show the cost of the last trip, which is about $500. And I'd like to do a longer trip. You know, not that I really, you know, you got to understand something. For me, it's a little more than just going out. I'm not going out and like, hey, I'm going to have a great time. Sure, the trip on the side of the mountain was kind of, you know, exhilarating. That was fun. I had a good time. But it still is work. So there's part of me that I'm thrilled to go and get out there and, you know, get away from the normalcy of life and everything. And then there's part of me that's like, okay, I got to think about the work end of it. How much work is it, and is it going to be worth the video or the stream or whatever? And then I'm like, maybe I should just stream, stop worrying about video, you know. So I'm always, you know, I'm always in my head thinking about these things, which I think a lot of YouTubers do that. A lot of people, because, you know, it's like I'm putting myself out there. Today, I don't know if Gennaro is listening. Today we've got the manager, Mr. Ken, here, and we've got Mrs. Tien is here. She's a lefty. I didn't know that. Unfortunately, the only way I can show her, let me see something, or anybody in this place, is by turning around the, let's see here. Because I'm on my computer, not my phone. So she's the one who's here today. Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is the thing. Like, sometimes I think to myself, one of the problems that I have is that I always wing it. I wing everything. And when you're out, oh, shit. Hopefully this is still working. When you're out streaming, it's different if you just say, I'm going to walk around a market. I'm going to walk around, the mall. That's different. Sure, it's spur of the moment. You don't know what's going to happen. But that's different than you say, I'm going away somewhere and I'm going to try to do something cool when I stream. Where can I go? Because you could go somewhere and it's a total flop. With the video, you just go, I'm not going to use this. I'll shoot something else. You know what I mean? So it's hit or miss. And then you always have to worry about, is the stream quality good? Like I went to a temple. This is part of the stuff that I'm editing. I went to a temple. The temple was really, the guy took me there. He goes, oh, you can see this boat. It's like over 100 years old. I'm like, okay. A boat at the temple. Yeah, okay. All right. So we went. And I'm like, this boat isn't all that interesting. The boat's not interesting. The temple's not all that interesting. It's just like every other temple to me. So what am I gonna do? What kind of interesting video am I gonna do? So the two things that I liked from that was that some little kids ran up to me and they're like, P, how long have you lived in Thailand? What's your name? They started talking. I thought, okay, let me see what I can do with this. And then I had two old ladies who wanted to take a selfie with me. So those are like the most interesting things of the temple. The temple was like, it was nothing. To me, it was nothing. I don't mean to, no offense to the people who want to go and pray there or anything, but to me, it's, you've seen one temple, pretty much you've seen them all. But the interaction with the kids, it wasn't like exciting or anything like that, but it was just a cute little interaction or, and I'm like, I have to find stuff like that. So it's like, to me, that's nowhere near what like, climbing up some mountain. And I tried to look for a bridge, like the most gnarly bridge in Thailand. There are very, very few bridges that would be considered gnarly at all. At least not that I could find. So, what are you going to do? You got to find something else. One thing I have noticed, yesterday I went to Cafe Amazon, actually for my wife. She wanted a coffee. And, I'm getting a coffee for her. I'm waiting for the coffee. And like 4 of the little guys in the pink outfits, I don't know what the Food and Go or whatever they're called, they're standing in line. There's like 3 Grab drivers in line. And there's like a couple of customers. And there's 3 girls and there's one at the cash register. They're all busting their ass, running around. And, it's like to get your coffee, it's not a 5-minute thing. It's a 15 or 20-minute thing. This is the way of the future, I guess. Nobody's going to they're not going to go in person unless you have plenty of time. So now a guy come in, he's probably getting a couple drinks for somebody he's got to deliver. And this is what they're doing most of the time now. This is where a lot of their business is coming from. Anyway. So I have to come up with something. Then I'm like, maybe I'll just walk. I always say that. I'll just walk. I'll bring less stuff than the last time, which I didn't bring very much. And I'll go on a little journey by foot. And if I see something cool, I'll shoot video. Or if it's early in the morning or late at night and I see something cool, then I'll stream, And Chiang Mai is such a big province. It's a huge province. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I got a couple ideas, but as soon as I know, I'll make sure to tell everybody. Yes, I'm the wanderer. uh, you know, you got to have something that's a destination. You have to have a goal. And then it's all the little milestones along the way. That's how I look at it. You know, part of the thing too is, I've got this video, the video that I've been working on, a couple of videos. There's from one area, Bangkok. I was with in this truck, and what I didn't realize is I only shot a couple of minutes, really, of each little location that they took us to, and it's not really enough, and there's no real story. It's just going from place to place. But it was an incredible experience. I mean, it was a fantastic area. It was beautiful. And every place you went, it's like you're standing on a cliff, and if you take one step too many, you're dead. Well, life's a journey, not a destination. But, it's nice to know where's your destination. Well, it's not Chiang Mai, actually. Chiang Mai is not the best place to find them. It's down in Prachuap Khiri Khan. There's a couple of hundred. I don't know exactly where they are, and I have thought about that. But if I'm going to do that, then I got to bring a long lens, and I'm like, all right, so will Fuji, Fuji will let me use a lens for a short period of time, maybe a month or two. So if I really wanted to, and I wanted to do something like that, I'd have to bring a long lens. I can't afford to buy a long lens. Fuji long lens is $50, $60. It's about $2,000. So considering they'll let me use one, the thing is if there's no payoff, if there's no elephant, and you're carrying around this lens, the lens alone would probably weigh almost as much as most of my stuff in a backpack. Because I've got it narrowed down. If I took away my laptop, which is another thing I'm thinking about getting rid of, I'm just not going to carry the laptop with me. When was that? Was it today or was it? I don't know. The last one I watched was the David Cho one, which I thought was the best one in quite some time. I like David Cho. It's, if you watch his show or whatever, the show that he used to have on Vice, he's the kind of guy that like I can only watch one or two of his shows, and then I'm like, all right, enough. I don't, I can only take him. He's kind of like me. I can only take myself in short periods of time. Like I can't watch a video of mine for more than a minute or two. If I watch a video of mine on YouTube for more than a minute or two, I'm like, shut this shit off. And Alex is brutal with his critiquing of my videos. He's just brutal. There was one video the other day that I was showing. I'm like, oh, this is pretty funny. And I was laughing in the video, and then I started laughing at the video. And he goes, I don't get it. What's so funny? You think it's funny, but everybody else might not think it's funny. And I'm like, give me a break, man. Come on. And he no longer wants to help me. He's too busy now. He doesn't have time to help me. So, I'm on my own. Gennaro, one show that I like, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It might not be up your alley. Long Way Round and The Long Way Down, with the two actors, Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman, where they ride motorcycles. They rode a motorcycle, I think it was around the world, and then they rode motorcycles from Scotland down to Cape Town, Africa, which is pretty freaking cool. But it's a huge pain in the ass, and it's very, very expensive to go from country to country with a whole team. He's got a whole team of people, but very cool show. It's all about the foreplay. Yes. Pretty gray day today. Not a very beautiful day today. My soy. That's what a Thai chick would say. Oh, today my soy. But if you want to buy something, if you want to buy something from somebody who's Thai, especially a chick, everything will be beautiful. Oh, you see headphone? สวยมากนะ น่ารัก. Well, you know what? I am actually giving it a little consideration. You know, get an old beater motorcycle, ride it around Thailand. I'm actually giving it a little consideration, but I damn sure got to make sure I got good insurance. Especially here, you know, Thailand's very dangerous on the roads. That's why I like walking. It's much safer. It just takes a lot longer. So, let me see something here. You know, they almost always play music I don't like here. Let me see if I can find this. We don't need to talk about politics. We don't need to talk about the COVID. Quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of both of them. Like you said the other day there, Gennaro, I'm fed up. I'm fed up with hearing about it. I'm fed up with all the BS. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Let me see. Where are we? Yes, I know, and I did use that for my trip. I think it was the trip from Chiang Rai to Chiang Mai. I may try that if it's not too hot. I don't know. You know, there were plenty of bus stations, little like they're not bus stations. They're just a little like a little platform with a cover. And if I really wanted, I could probably just find one of those and sleep there or take a nap and then just keep walking. I could probably walk the whole trip in how many days? What is it? 193. So that's that. 193 kilo. Is it 193 kilometers? Yeah, 130 miles. That's like a trip that, you know, that's like a patio kind of trip. If you sit in the same seat, so Gennaro knows where you are. I'm in the same seat, but I'm using my my laptop, not my phone, because I don't have a little stand. I forgot to. Well, I didn't forget, but I told myself I wasn't going to stream, and then I broke the promise to myself. I promise I won't stream today. That didn't last very long. So today's shout out, besides to Mr. Ron West and Mr. Tom O'Connell, goes to Mr. Carl. Thank you, Mr. Carl. Really appreciate it. And yeah, the Cash App is great. PayPal is great. I see there is a movement online with the people who don't particularly like Super Chat because they take so much money. You know, they don't like Google AdSense either. And, you know, they say, what is it they say here in Thailand? I think it's gam ki di kwa gam tot. Better to fart than to shit. Gam ki, no, better to shit than to fart. I don't know where that came from, but my wife told me about it a long time ago. It's kind of the same thing. Better to have the money in my pocket than their pocket. HK Congo war zones, right? But the mountains, it was crazy. Yeah. Yeah. There were some crazy places I've gone to. You know, listen, Myanmar was crazy. How do they work? I wish nobody really knows. You know, people think they know, but I don't think they really know. I think it's, first of all, you gotta stream or put videos up on a regular basis, preferably on the same day every time. So I don't really do that. Because I have been streaming more last month especially, and also, you know, putting up videos, with the exception of last week, putting them up a little bit more regularly. Maybe that's why my last month was better than I've had in a couple of years. I don't know. And my account's been increasing. It's, you know, it's not much. I mean, you're talking about $20 every month, $15, $30. It goes up. If it just keeps going up, then that's great. Of course, it's subject matter. It's always about content. You know, listen, I acknowledge that people don't always want to listen to me bullshitting with them about whatever. Because aside from giving them a platform to talk, it's not like I'm entertaining them. I'm not singing and dancing. I don't have a pair of big tits to shove in their face. You know, and I'm not giving you really all that much information right now. But, you know, there are times when I do. And so hopefully I do that enough to make it worthwhile. You know, some channels, they never ever stream. And, you know, the bottom line is maybe the things that I like to do and I want to do don't always make me the most money. A donation app called Buy Me a Coffee. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. Thank you. I wish I had one method that everybody went, you know, that's great. It's no problem. I can do that very easily. But that doesn't, it's not how it works now. You know, I mean, even YouTube, it's like, well, we can show this in these areas, but we can't show this in others. People in Europe don't see the T-shirts that are below the video screen like people in the United States see. You know, the CASHAPP doesn't take a fee, completely free. Apple Pay, completely free. Free to transfer the money, free to get the money. It's fantastic. Those are fantastic. I mean, you can't beat free. I don't know how long they'll continue to be free. And anytime I get money in the United States, I mean, I get paid some money in the United States, I get paid some money in Thailand. So anytime I get money in the United States, most of the time, I either just use my card or I transfer it by TransferWise. Since we're on the subject of payment and, you know, that kind of thing. TransferWise is fantastic. You get a better rate and no, they're not paying me. You get a better rate when you transfer than you would get if you were just to pull it out from the ATM. Unless it's a real small amount. Like if you wanted to pull out 1,000 baht from America, you're not going to get a better rate. But if you're transferring, you know, say $300, $400, $500, you get a much better rate. I don't know what else I have on there. Zelle is another one. Zelle is the bank-to-bank transfers in the United States. That's free. Stripe, Stripe takes like, I'll be sure to give it to her, Gennaro. Yeah, I'll give it to her on, listen, I'll borrow it to buy some coffee, and I'll gladly give it back to her on Monday. She's not here right now. You know, most of these, once you get to know these girls a little bit, now the thing is I don't know them intimately, nor do I want to. I'll leave that to Gennaro. Once you get to know them, obviously, then they become, you know, they become a woman that you're going to have to deal with. But when you don't have to deal with them on a personal level, like, you know, you're living with them, you're banging them, and they want to know where you were and those kind of things. Um, they're very pleasant. All of them are very, very nice. Some of them are a little funnier than others. I have not seen Smile or Mild in a couple of months. I should ask where they are. Let me ask. Hang on a second. All right. So let me see here. So here's the deal, Gennaro. Smile went back home to Suratani, and I don't think she's coming back. And Mild stopped working here and now works in an eyeglass place, which is in the mall. So maybe I'll have to take a little trip in there one of these days and see if I can find her. There's only a couple little glasses places. There's one over, if you go this way and to the left in the mall, there's a big place. So maybe she works in that one. So I think I know where it is. But one of these days when I'm walking around in the mall with my phone, I'll go see if I can find her for you, Gennaro. I'll tell her, Gennaro kitten ma. Gennaro misses you so much. It's a love affair. And let me tell you something. When I come into the mall and I go to the grocery store, I always pass up You Hunt We Cook because it's right there. Without fail. Oh, you're funny. She wants people to see what she looks like with glasses on, too. She has the librarian look. Now you made me forget what I was going to say. I lost the plot. This is how my brain works. It's like you short-circuited me. Anyway, so they're not here, and I told Tian, who is the one who is married and has a baby. I said, nobody likes you because you're married. I told him, hands off. You Hunt We Cook. You Hunt We Cook. Every time I go, I have not been to You Hunt We Cook since Cake stopped working there. Not once. And, at first I kind of thought, listen, it's expensive to go there all the time. But, they had all kinds of specials, and I was getting them, I was getting like pieces of fish for 100 baht, and then they'd cook it for 1 baht, and I'd get a little vegetable. So it would be like a $5 lunch. But they stopped that. And so then when the COVID hit and they closed down, they put all these dividers up, and I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with it. And then she's not there. And, the other girl, one girl in particular, is a pretty good cook, but she doesn't take her time like cake does, and she doesn't put the effort in. She's still a good cook, but a good chef, but it's just not the same. And then I thought about it, and I thought, for a number of reasons, I just figured out of loyalty to cake, it's better I don't go there. I just don't, even though she probably doesn't care. I doubt she does care, but I just don't go. And so now, every time I go by there, the place is empty. They've moved, there's only chairs on the inner part of the grocery store. It used to be all the way around, the little cooking island. Now it's only on one side. They don't even have chairs on the other side. They don't have dividers up anymore. And I mean, I might have seen 2 people there in the last 2 months. Of all the times I've been in the grocery store, there's been maybe 2 people there. And that's it. So I don't think they're doing all that well. And I don't know if it's, has a lot to do with COVID. But I suspect that there are some people who, they really appreciated her effort and her abilities, and they just don't go in anymore. It's not the same. Yes, make me very sad. Actually, it did make me sad because that's a good place. I can always go there. I used to always be able to go there and go, listen, I wanna get something for my kids. I don't want it to be too expensive. What do you recommend? I'll just give them some chicken. Get them some chicken breast. It'll cost 200 baht for three or 4 chicken breasts. What can you put together for me? What else do I need? And she'd say, well, you're gonna have to spend another 50 for the, you have to get this. It's 50 baht, 100 baht. So it'd be like 300 baht for 3 or 4 people. And I could always figure something out, and it would be very, very good. Not like my cooking, which is always hit or miss. And my cooking doesn't look beautiful. When I'm done, it doesn't look, that's Minato. And, Minato's a little expensive. It's the kind of place that, I go once in a while. But, even if I go, it's probably $14, $15. It's about $14 if I go alone. And I eat what I want, which is, I have a couple pieces of eel. I have a couple pieces of sushi. And you're talking $14, $15, US. 500 baht, 400 or 500 baht. And so I just don't want to, I look at it a little bit differently. I can go down the street and get like, well, what did my wife get yesterday? She got me some, what is it, Kalkluk Kapi. She got Nicholas, I don't know, she got something else. She spent like 200 baht for 4 people. 50 baht each. Not even that, 180. So, for me, it's not a place I want to go all the time because I don't have the money to piss away, and I don't want to piss the money away. Fuji, it's good, but again, it's a little pricey. It is seafood though, but it's not the kind of place where I go all the time. If I could, I don't know. Would I? Nah, not really. I'd go to Fuji maybe once or twice a month if it was. Now I go once in a while. I mean, if I feel like I got the money, I'll go. The last time I went I did a little video where me and my wife and the kids went together, and that was almost 2,000 baht. Okay, so that was, we went out. It was like kind of a special occasion for whatever reason, I forget. But that's almost $70 for our dinner at Fuji for 4 people. Of course, Nicholas and Alex are never thinking about, are we going to eat all this? It's expensive. They're like, I want this. Okay, you can have it. Yes, salmon here is expensive. You can get a little piece of cooked salmon, and it's about, it comes cooked and it's wrapped up. You just heat it up, and it's maybe $5, $6, about $5, which is not too bad. but it's not all that big. It was better when, in fact, Longhorns, I don't remember how big that piece of salmon he had was, but it was huge. I think that thing cost him $30 just for the salmon. It was a big, fat piece of salmon. So it's not like you're getting food costs. It's just if you're having stuff like noodles and rice, then you're going to be able to, you'll be able to cut your cost a little bit. It's the same thing as eating like oatmeal or whatever. Unless you want to eat street food. If you want to eat street food, it's not that bad. God, what is my favorite place? I don't know what my favorite place is. Might be Minato. It used to be You Hunt, We Cook. Not anymore, though. Obviously. I was just talking to yesterday about how 3 sushi rolls, $13. Yeah, you know what? For that, you're going to get 2 sushi rolls at Minato. I mean, they're like, like you're talking about California rolls. If it's a crab roll, like a soft crab roll, soft shell crab, that alone is about $9, $8.50. So you have another one for 2 rolls. You get like 5 of them in each roll. It's $13, $14. So you're getting a better deal than I would get here. But yeah, I don't really know what my favorite restaurant is at this point. It used to be You Hunt, We Cook and Minato. I don't know. I'm a little tired of Minato. I mean, you never go wrong with it. That was the Muse. I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was at the Hotel Muse. That's where I went, and I had the guy, what's his name? Peter, he used to be on CBS. Peter Greenberg. Peter Greenberg did an interview with me and a couple other people, and it was at the Muse Hotel. And then we had that meal in the restaurant. That was really, really good. That was pretty tasty. I mean, I've had some good meals in Bangkok. It's hard for me to say what's the very best one. It's about convenience, what's easy to get to. A place that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. I mean, I've been into the steakhouse in the Marriott. Is that what? Yeah, the Marriott. $100 for a steak doesn't necessarily mean it's my favorite place. They have a buffet there. I think it's $15, $20. It's very good. Maybe it's $20, $25. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've eaten there. Yeah. You like the duck dishes at MK. And if I'm going to have duck, I'll go down to Chinatown. Kind of sworn off Chinese food right now, although I do like the duck with the green noodles, the banh mi noodles. I haven't went to Chinatown in a long time. I haven't went to Klong Tui in a long time, and I'm going to have to go. I kind of feel like I need to go. It's time for another trip to those areas. So that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. Before I leave on my trip, I suspect I'll go to at least one of those places. But we'll see. You like the dishes at Baccarat. What's that? The sardines? You like the sardines at Baccarat? or the perfumed tuna. Which one is it? Well, listen, if you believe Mark Wiens, which I'm not trying to slam him or anything like that, but if you believe him, every single meal, every single bite of every dish that he eats is so good, and I understand it because most of the time it is, you know. Most of the food I eat, it's aside from Starbucks. Western restaurants, Western places like Starbucks, the food is kind of hit or miss. But if you're going to eat Thai food, almost all the time, yes, I have. And what was that other one that I tried? I tried something else. Oh, we had a dim sum shop right across from our house. There's a Kanom Jeep and Silapao, which is, the buns and the dim sum. There's a place right across the street from our house that sells them. Nicholas likes the egg custard. I prefer the dim sum. But if you go down to Chinatown, it's called the Shangri-La. It's not Shangri-La, it's Shangri-La. And I think I went with Longhorns there. I've been there with a bunch of people, my mother, several people. But it's they have great. It's a Chinese restaurant. They got great Chinese food. They got great dim sum there. They have a big long thing. They walk around with with trays, just like in Hong Kong or China. They walk around with the trays. You want this, you want that. But that's probably the best place that I've been for dim sum. The ones across the street are very good. They are, and they're kind of big, and they're not that expensive. For 50 baht, you get 10 big dim sum, but she only makes pork. Best local street food in Bangkok. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm hesitant to stay at Mr. Dang's. Mr. Dang's is a little expensive, and I would say it's probably not the best. I'd have to say the Quitio lady from across the street from my house. Not the chicken lady, but the pork lady, and it's because she puts the little crunchy things inside of the soup. My nose is doing whirlies, man. I gotta get it fixed. Uh-oh. We're redlining. There we go, we're back. Alright, we're back. I'd say probably my favorite dish is in the food court across the street. And it's khao kluk kapi, which is just rice with shrimp paste. It has some pork, it has a sauce, it has some like onion, some egg. They usually have some unchiang, which is some sausage. What else? And some, peppers. That's probably my favorite, the khao kluk kapi. Because my wife brought home some khao kluk kapi last night for me. And she goes, oh, I didn't go to the place that you like. I went to a different place. And she's like, let me know what you think. And I said, it's not as good. And it wasn't. It wasn't as good as my place. My place is they're very, very good. They make it very good. I don't know what the difference is. The problem is there's so much good food. What are you going to do? I mean, it's one day you have a mood. You're in the mood for one thing, and the next day you're in the mood for something else. I also like khao khao mu, and there's a couple of places that sell it, and it's always good. But I don't always eat it because first, it's very, very fattening. It's very tasty. So, you know, I would have to say it'd be like 3 places. The Quintio lady is pretty good. The Quintio lady who sells chicken her stuff is good, but I don't know what it is. It's just the dish itself is not my favorite. Yeah, I don't know what else. I'm trying to think what I eat here. Where else do I go? I stick pretty close to home. How much is what? The Kalkut I always tell them to give me the special and make it a big one. You know, make it a big extra large, or large rather. And it's 50 baht. So, you know, it's about $1.60, $1.65. It's not too bad. If you want, you can tell her, hey, throw some more sausage in there, and she'll put, she'll put extra sausage in. And if you've ever had the sausage, the unchiang, man, it's fantastic. It's a sweet sausage. Very, very good. You guys are getting me hungry now. We're talking about all this. I'm trying to think. I also like I used to like, but I haven't had it in a while, and I don't really like it. The last couple of times I haven't liked it as much as before, but the five-star chicken. That's what it's called. Ha Dao. And they got a whole big chicken. You can get a half a chicken or a full chicken, and it's on the rotisserie. And then they take it off and they chop it all up, and they give you some sticky rice and some sauce with it. Take it home and you chow down on it, and it's like 100 baht, 150, 140 baht, something like that for a whole chicken. So it's pretty good. That's another one. There is a little sushi shop inside of Happy Land now. It's okay, reasonably priced, but it's not as good as Minato or Fuji or anything like that. It's just not as good. Need some more coffee. Let's see if this will work. Hang on a second. I have a free coffee. I want to get myself my coffee. Give me a second. Let's see if she brings it over for me. Looks like the internet's doing whirlies again. Okay. The internet speed is up and back. How did we get to camel toe? I don't know. Tsukishi's right next door here. a couple. Well, let's see. There's Burger King, Swenson's, and then Tsukishi. I like Tsukishi, but you know, I mean, it's my wife likes eating there. I don't like going to buffets, to be honest, because I'll eat too damn much. I don't want to eat too much. My favorite food still, I hate to say this living here, but my favorite food is Italian food. Give me some manicotti, give me some lasagna, give me some gnocchi. I'll take it any day. Put your hand here. Put your hand here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's pretty good. Well, I haven't been to that that one Italian restaurant in a long time. I think Longhorns and I went to one, and there's another one that I like. I haven't been to that one in a long time, but they make great lasagna at this one place. I'm trying to think where it is. Pho. Yes, I like pho. You know, listen, if you like pho, then you have Quitio here. It's similar. It's the same one. We're talking about the same place, Longhorns. They do have a buffet. At this one, they have the buffet and the table grill. And the way that it's a buffet is they have certain foods that you go and grab, and they also have the stuff, the meat that you want to grill up. They have on a little thing that goes around and around, you know. And you just pull out whatever you want. And then that's, you know, you get charged by the color of the plate. Same place. There is. Why are we talking about food? I guess it is a BS session. We can talk about anything. You guys are making me hungry, man. Shit. Well, that sucks. Never been to one that didn't have a buffet. They've always been the kind that has the thing that rotates and... Well, I can tell you I'm going to have to go eat after the stream. Haven't been down to Sukhumvit in a while. God. Haven't been down to see Jono. Haven't been down to, you know, to Nana. Haven't been anywhere. Haven't been anywhere down in that area that I'm trying to remember. Nah, I haven't been there in months. It's a good cappuccino. Maybe now I'll wake up. I'll be coherent now. $10 Not too many people out right now. Still drizzling a little bit. Well, we already know Longhorn's favorite place to eat. What's the scenery like? The scenery what? The scenery outside right now? It's wet and rainy and gray. There's 4 dudes sitting in front of me, and it's wet and rainy and gray outside. Yeah, you're like me. Listen, throw a little sriracha on it, I'll eat it. Don't worry about it. I'm not into field rat. I don't particularly like field rat. Or cockroaches. I don't really like that. Anyway, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please click thumbs up and all that good stuff. I forget, I was watching something. Somebody told me, oh, you have to watch this video. I start watching it, then I watch something else, then I watch something else. Every single person. Hey guys, I freaking hate that. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I'm Scott. Welcome to my channel. That must be the template for running a YouTube channel that's successful. Because if you look at the majority of the people who are doing talking head videos, it's always, hey guys, I'm Scott. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and click that. Smash that bell. Alex and I were talking, and he goes, please don't change and do that. It's not you. I'm like, what is me? He's like, hey, what's up? Alex sets me straight. He lets me know. This is good, this is not good. He's like, I don't want to help you anymore because the people who watch your channel are old, and the stuff I watch is young. It's not the same. Well, food is certainly a positive here in Bangkok. Another is, inexpensive places to live. If you want an inexpensive place to live, have an inexpensive place to live. Another is the transportation system here. Hey guys. Well, haven't you ever seen Trump? When Trump talks, you'd be like, I don't think we're gonna. If I have to do it, I will. Sleepy Joe. But with some of the people on it, say, hey guys. We're young at heart. Yeah, well, I'm young at heart too, but it's just unfortunate that my body is not as young as my heart. Hey guys, you know what I'm talking about, guys? I think you all know. I think you all agree. Somebody, if I ever do that, please shoot me. Hey guys. What's your name? Where you come from? How long you stay Bangkok? What's your name? Hello, mister. What's your name? Hey, you, Falang. Hey, you. I don't want to know. Listen, I even say anything about women with them, they're like, listen, we don't want to talk to you about it. I'm like, I thought we could talk about anything. And I'll tell Nicholas, I promise, I'll just ask you one question, and then I won't bother you anymore. He said, why do you have to bother me at all? Why do you have to know everything about my relationship? Because I'm your father, and I want to know. Hello, where you go? Hello, mister. Where you go? What's your name? How long you stay? How long you stay Bangkok? Why you come Thailand? Oh, you live Thailand, huh? Hey guys, today we're at Starbucks in the mall Bangkok. People are looking at me like the barista's looking at me like. That's all right. They know I'm nutty. I'm ding dong. Oh, you see Mr. Scott? Mr. Scott, he ting tong mากๆ. Yeah, I don't like that shit either. How long? And I don't like how long you come. And I don't like please come. Hello, please come inside. I always feel the need to go, please come inside me. Because that's what they really mean. Hello, why you come Bangkok? Because Bangkok have many beautiful ladies. Why do you think? I come to have as much fun and drink as much and have as much sex as possible. You want the truth? Now you got it. You have Thai wife? No. I don't believe you. Let's carry on a conversation between me and me. We'll have a conversation. Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and Thai. We'll have a conversation. I never hear that plane have many people. You know, I think you're a handsome man. I think I love you too much. Too much. You know, I almost never hear that kind of talk anymore. Because I either speak in Thai, or they speak halfway decent English. Oh, that was the answer, sorry. You come Thailand alone? No, plan have many people. Why you no thinking? You know have brain? Brain no good? You know I have a big buffalo. Buffalo very sick. Mama, papa, they not happy. I need money too much. Oh God. You know, the Farang, I know like Farang now. You know why? You know why I like Farang? Because Farang, they're very dirty and they bring, they come Thailand, have COVID, give everybody COVID. They're not good. And you know that some people are saying these things in the bars. There are some girls, not only in bars, but there are some people, not only women, but there are people saying these things throughout the country. No, I know like Farang, they have too much COVID. COVID too much. Have COVID too much. I'm gonna have to do a whole comedy skit. Me, myself, and Thai. That's what I'm gonna call it. Why you go Starbucks? Starbucks แพงมากนะ very expensive. You know, you go over there, you get espresso, only 25 baht. Why you want to spend too much? Oh yeah. What your work? No, I know work. You know working? Oh, you're lucky. No, very rich. Oh, you rich man, huh? Where money come from? How much every month? I make like 400 million baht every month. Huh? Why you only wear dirty old smelly t-shirt? You, why you not wear something like a Hugo Boss? Why? I love how people always try to get inside the mall, and the mall's not even open. There's nobody there, and yet they want to. When I always, you know what I really used to like to do when I was going out bar hopping all the time? I'd go, especially to like Nana. I'd go to Nana, and I would be like, I'd have like a nice pair of slacks on. You know, I had a nice watch, and I dress very well. I'd have a jacket on, and I'd go out. I'd go like have a nice meal somewhere, and then I'd go to like Nana, and I go in, and oh man, if I was dressed nice, it was like there were girls all around. I could go in the very next night in a t-shirt and a pair of shorts and flip-flops, and then there would be nobody sitting around me. And I'd see the same people. They would not sit with me. They wouldn't come around me unless I had to, bug them. But man, when you dress nice, it's like, oh, you have money to buy. But when you wear like like most of the time, I don't care because I'm not trying to please anybody. If I need to, dress well, I will. Like really well. Like wear a suit or a jacket. But when do I need to most of the time? I haven't had to in years. But if you dress up really nice, then it's like the girls are like, oh, I think, oh, he's very handsome. He always dressed very good. But if you wear a pair of shorts, it's like they look at you like, I think he no money. He no money. Well, how much is no money? Do you mean 0 baht, or do you mean no cash in pocket, or do you mean got cash but it's stashed? What do you mean? Because the smart person who comes to Thailand will not show off too much. You come, okay, you can be staying at a nice hotel, you can be wearing nice clothes, but then don't think that if you go out to some club and you go, I'm staying at the Oriental, and some chick goes over there, she's not going to be like, oh, oh yeah, you number one. I never see big like you. You're so big, very big, 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 and you're very good. Oh, you make me love you too much. Tomorrow I not want to go home. I stay with you. How long you want I stay with you? Free, no problem. Maybe we go see mama, papa, and then after maybe we make Thai marriage. We marry, and okay, I love you a long time. No, and you want many lady? No problem for you. I don't care. Listen, I used to wear my James Bond Omega watch, and most of the girls, they didn't have a freaking clue. If it ain't a Rolex, they wouldn't know. Even the watch I have now, I mean, it's when I got it, it was worth like $2,000. I've had girls tell me, like they've said, oh, I think it's just like a Timex or Casio, and I'm like, okay. Okay, well, I tell you what, you can have the Timex and Casio, but I want mine. I don't want you wearing my watch, The long con, yeah. There's the good, the bad, and the very bad. Gennaro's in for the long con. He's trying to con Preo. It's like, Preo, if you sleep with me, I will love you forever. Forever, forever. I still think about the first time. Yeah, you know, I have one of those little things, and I let Nicholas wear it most of the time because I want to wear this one. And Nicholas tells me all the time, he's like, yeah, everybody at school always wants to see my watch. I'm like, Ross, Dress for Less. I forgot about that place. Oh. Sometimes the Thai girl, when when I was younger, when I was I was still single, the girls would come up and they'd say, "Hello, Mister." What would they say? "Hello, Mister. I love you. Won't you tell me your name?" Kind of like the Doors song, "Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name?" I got my watch at Big C. I got my watch off of some guy in Sukhumvit. It was a $3 Casio. I never forget the guy. When I first started the channel, I was talking about how much things cost here, and this guy goes, What are you worried about? Like your watch and all that. I go, it's not that I'm worried about it. I don't want a $3 piece of shit watch that was made in China. I'm like, what the hell is so hard to understand about that? I don't want it. Jesus Christ. I don't want a $3 copy. You know what I mean? Like, mine's a Rolleiflex. Yeah, I've got a copied camera. It's called a Nokon. Of course you can. You get them right on the street. It's a little more expensive than they used to be. It used to be they were like 800, 1,000 baht, and you'd get it'd be nice. I was always of the opinion I'd rather have a $200 watch that was real than a $50 fake Rolex, because I always remember that movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I remember the movie where the girl was like, the dude was having sex with her, and he blew his load in like 2 seconds. And she's like, listen, it's bad enough that you can't please me, but then it's like every time I see you, it's like you're wearing that fake Rolex, your fake Rolex, fake gold chain wearing. She's like, I can't deal with this no more. And so she broke up with him. And he's like, look at me. He's like, I'm wearing fake Rolex, fake gold chain. I can't please a woman. And nobody wants me. I'm in bad shape. Because I don't want to change to Canon. I don't really want to change over to Canon. I don't have to worry about getting a lens for it and all that shit. I got Nikon. I got a bunch of Nikons. I got some Minoltas. I got Fujis. So, it doesn't make sense for me to get a Canon. I may get a GoPro in the future. I'm not sure. Even though I said I wouldn't, but it's the 8 Plus or the 8 Black is probably the best. That and the Sony are probably the best action cams on the market right now, and I think the GoPro might be better. They're not all fake, but if you buy them in a place that's not an authorized dealer, if I go in this right over here, this is where the watches are, right behind me. If you go in there, you buy everything, and if it's not legit, they're going to be in some deep shit. So if you get a G-Shock here, it's going to be legit, but they don't have a lot of the ones that I like. I like the big, heavy, like camo ones that are like, they're like $400. But if you go like into some little shop, and it's, you know, like a no-name shop, or, you know, Samchai's Electronics, and they've got a bunch of watches on the shelf, they're probably not real. Made in China, and made in China as fakes. Osmo Pocket. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, see, I don't need a 360. And, you know, I don't know, Carl. If I were to wager, I'd say probably not. I mean, you know, I'm not about to pay $3,000 to come back in here and then stay 2 weeks in some hotel where nobody can come see me and I can't go anywhere and have to deal with the freaking nurses and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to have to deal with that shit. You know, if I leave, it'll be in an emergency situation only, or when they allow people to come back in, you don't have to quarantine and pay a shitload of money. If you just put a deposit down, I would think that that would be much better. The problem is the Thais can't make any money that way. You know, they get a deposit, they got to give the money back. So they make less than if they go, okay, well, you're going to have to pay, and you have to pay to, you know, they're trying to get money into their economy. I'm trying not to buy, like when it comes to the DJI, I don't want to buy any more DJIs because they're made in China. I mean, they're flat out, they're a Chinese company. And then, you know, the other thing is that, oh, God. What was I going to say here? The stabilization on the GoPro 8 is something that I'm interested in, but really, I think I would only buy it if the streaming capability is very good. Because it would be nice, and I know it's possible. And I think if you use, there's a little app or a little add-on that you have to buy that makes it even better. And I don't remember what it's called. It's some modification from GoPro. You know, some add-on. And then I'd like to get, what's the other thing? The wireless Go. I've been wanting that for a long time. Well, why would you be stuck there? I mean, there are other places you can go. You just might not want to go there. But there's plenty to do in Cambodia. It depends on how long you want to stay there, you know. You've been there before, so... Yeah, I mean, I know you can stabilize, but, you know, I don't want... The thing is that it's more work. It's enough work editing. I mean, really. So, you know, the idea is to save time and editing by taking care of everything in the camera. And even with the gimbal, the thing with the gimbal is you got to carry the gimbal with you. Now, if the GoPro 8, if the GoPro 8 can stream, another one. He's like, he's just, I'll just go through Starbucks and go into the mall. Right up to the door. Sorry, door's locked. Oh yeah, we don't open until 11. Can't come in. But if the GoPro 8, which does have a capability of streaming, I just don't know how good it is, even when you add the add-on on, and it's supposed to make it better. If it's much better, and it's at least as good as with the phone, then it's worth having. But if you can't stream on it, it's not, for me, it's not worth it. No, but what I'm saying, Sasha, is for me, when I shoot stuff, I got a lot of editing to do. You know. If you're going to edit 3 hours and you got to edit it down to, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, that's a lot of editing, man. And the last thing I want to have to do is worry about the shake and try to do everything else. I don't see why not. I'm not some anti-vaccine guy, anti-vaxxer. I don't think so, Sasha. They have an add-on. There is an add-on you can use. I don't think that's how it works. Maybe if you're just doing it without the add-on, that's how it works. But I think the add-on alleviates that problem. Because anytime you're going from one piece of gear to another and using that to stream, even if you're using a little pocket router, I still have the router. I have all kinds of problems with that thing. Because you're always worried about the connection and, is this a pain in the ass? So I don't know. I'm going to take a look at it, but I'm not going to get one. It'd be a month or so before I get one, but at least. But I need to check that out. I need to research it a little bit more. And the same thing goes with the Sony. I wouldn't mind getting a Sony. There's some good little cameras out there. Somebody smells like. Oh, it's paint. See, same songs. Which, by the way, the last stream, I said, oh, demonetized. No, it wasn't demonetized. It's you have to share the revenue. So Doris Day, share the revenue. Yeah, Blackmagic, that's for video only. This is the thing. If they could do for video, they should be able to set something up to where they can stream. The thing is smaller is better, man. I don't want to have to carry, but that's why I like the phone. Who wants to lug around a big camera and then, extra batteries and all that kind of stuff? Man, the less, the better. It's not an internet. You don't call it an internet camera. It's basically an action cam. It's not meant to be specifically for streaming. I don't know, but it's even as good as a phone. Certain phones. But if you can use it, then for me, it makes it a worthwhile purchase. If you can't, then why would I? Because I can shoot. I have a bunch of cameras that I can shoot video with, and they shoot. Generally, they shoot better than even a GoPro. So it's not a problem. And the other thing is that I'm not like, I've been talking to a few people. Alex, for one, he's like, you need to stop just thinking you're going to go from here to there and go do this, and go do that, and do this and do that. But you need to stop and think, okay, how am I going to film this? What do I want it to? How do I want it to turn out? Instead of just going, all right, I got to film this. All right, let's go. Next spot. You know, it's pretty sharp when it comes to editing and drawing and video stuff. I got a picture of Alex when he was still in diapers, sitting at my computer desk because he was on the computer trying to figure things out. And he was probably, I don't know, I'm going to guess, but 3 years old. He's just sitting there, tapping away at the computer. And then he's smiling at me, and I'm like, so he's been on the computer, his whole life, pretty much. Anyway. But the stabilization is something else to consider because, with me, I got to use my phone and then the gimbal. If I just use the phone and a little tiny little handle, like on the GoPro, you just use a little handle, less stuff to carry around, less stuff to think about, less things to charge. The ideal thing is to be able to, be able to throw something in your pocket. It has everything you need, Yeah, I don't know how the iPhone 11 is. I don't know about their stabilization in those. I don't know. I haven't really looked at them because I'm not buying a new phone. Anyway. Who is this? It's not Doris Day. It's Judy Garland. Nobody knows? Anyway. Enough bullshitting. Yeah, and they have a housing. No, that wasn't Tony Bennett. The female I'm talking about. What a difference a day makes. They have a housing now. I forget what it's called, but it has a microphone in it, and it has two little hot shoes or cold shoes where you can put stuff on. They got the cage. Jono is, I just talked to him yesterday. He's at home doing his thing. Says his leg is getting better now, again, after he screwed it up a little bit for a while. Beyond Trinity, I don't know. He was here the other day. Yo no sé. He's very busy, though, right now. He did email me about a week ago. Everybody's got their own shit going on, Not everybody is able to sit at home and just watch me, nor do they want to. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't watch anybody else, Mr. Mitch, I don't know. Supposedly he's still around. I don't know. Who knows? Like I said the other day, if I was to try to keep up with every single person who ever came into this stream, I'd be forever busy. Some of the people I try to keep up with. But, Mr. Mitch used to message me through Twitter all the time, and then I don't know if he's still on Twitter or not, but he doesn't anymore. So, I figure that some people may have left because, I talk politics, and I'm fairly, what's the word I'm looking for? Not controversial. Opinionated, and some people don't like it, and that's okay. He's got some medical things that he's working on. I don't know if he's still doing it. He's got a daughter who works in a nursing home. He's got all kinds of. I can't keep up with all these things. And if I worried about, listen, of course I want everybody to come, and I want them to come on a regular basis, but it would be foolish to think that every person would be in my stream every single time for months or years on end. To think that is, you're defeating yourself already. Because, that gives myself, listen, as valuable as I think I am, which is, honestly, I'm pretty. I think I'm dead on with what kind of value I have to myself and to other people. I don't kid myself about it and think wow, how come I've lost 3 people? Oh my God! You're gonna lose people. You're gonna get people. You're gonna get new people. You're gonna get rid of people. They may just get sick of YouTube. When YouTube first came out, I was looking at it all the time. Now it's like I almost never look at YouTube. Once in a while I see something about the news and I'll watch it. Never watch anything. I'd say almost never do I watch anything to do with Thailand. Sometimes I look at stuff about photography. Or like yesterday I watched some stuff about video cameras. I haven't even watched any documentaries. Yesterday I watched some documentaries on Netflix. What was it called? The World's Most Wanted. Yeah, The World's Most Wanted. I watched like 2 episodes. And that's it. So, if I'm that way, and, people got lives going on, then, I try not to give too much weight to any one person, not to try to offend anybody, but, people got their own lives. I can't be worrying about it, Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah. Isn't he Canadian? Edmund Fitzgerald. I watched the ones yesterday. I watched the one about the leader of Rwanda, who wasn't the leader. He was supposedly a businessman who ran the radio station in Rwanda when the Hutu were committing genocide against the Tutsi. And this guy was a businessman, and he was buying all the machetes, and he was involved in the getting people to kill one another. And then he ran off, and he was rich, he multi-millionaire. He ran off, and they were trying to catch him for war crimes, and they couldn't catch him. And then they finally caught him, but You know, that was a pretty good documentary. And then there was another one about a woman, a British woman. Or no, was she American? She was Brit. She's a Brit. An American does Thailand. Yeah. I'm an American. I've done all of Thailand. I like Sundown. Now I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to listen to some of his music. I don't usually watch too many documentaries about music, people involved in music, unless it's somebody really prolific, you know. And even then, I don't know why. Maybe because it doesn't affect my life, you know. If they're not somebody that I listen to, like Gordon Lightfoot, I like him, I know him, I like his music. Well, Jesus Christ, he's been around forever, man. Guess you've been around forever too. I was surprised that the other day I saw Ernest Borgnine on YouTube. And I was like, Ernest Borgnine, isn't he dead? Videos were old, but you know, this is the thing, and I catch this. I believe me, I've come very close in the last couple of weeks to just deleting Facebook. And the reason is because, for me, it's the biggest waste of time. And, you know, it's not about a waste of time as posting a video, or me posting a video, or posting an image or something like that. It's about, I get a video in my feed, and I'm like, oh, let me watch that. I talked about this. I start watching it, then it's like, oh, there's another one. Oh, let me watch that. And before you know it, you go down the rabbit hole. Same thing with Instagram, but to a lesser extent with Instagram. And Twitter, forget about it. Just watch your favorite TikTok ad. Yeah, have you seen lately that the Chinese are threatening the United States if they decide to do away with or ban or have TikTok sold? Listen, these Chinese in the government, they need to understand something. I'd rather go down fighting and tell them to fuck off than to give in to them because they tell us we have to do something our way. We can't, you know, if we do this, we're going to do this to you. They're threatening us. They're threatening our country, our administration. It's like, you know what? Fuck you. You know, I mean, we have to say that to them. You have to stand up to them and say, screw you. You know, if you don't like it, too bad. The word's out now. The word's out about the Chinese. Oh, and they're sending the United States government's sending some special attaché or something to Taiwan. And they said, you shouldn't do that. Speaking of which, and I really don't give a fuck. TikTok can kiss my ass. Seriously. You know. If they don't like it, stop playing dirty. Stop doing things they shouldn't do. And they never will, because they can't compete any other way. You know. Hello, mister. You can speak Thai? You can speak Thai, mister? Oh, no, they cannot. They cannot. I'm not going to say anything, though. You heard that? That's been like for a couple of months now that's been going on. There's some dirty motherfuckers, man. Really. I mean, that's the way I look at it. They're dirty. You want to talk about dirty? They play dirty. That's how they are. So when somebody is like that, when a government is like that, when they engage in things, the United States is always about, oh, well, you know, we can't cross this line. We can't do this. We can't do that. Bullshit. Do whatever you have to do. At this point, seriously, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever they do, I'm not going to bitch about it. Whatever the United States government does to them, tries to do to them, I'm not going to bitch one bit. I won't lose sleep over it. I won't care. I'm just, you know, thank you to the CCP. Can you read my eyes? They're everywhere. They are everywhere. Hopefully, when the door opens here, you're welcome, Carl. Hopefully, when the door opens, they will leave so I can say what I want to say. But you know, it's you know, there's no reason to be nasty to somebody just because you don't like their government. Unless they're nasty to you, then that's a different story. But yeah, but does any of this surprise anybody? It doesn't surprise me at all. Soy Dog Cowboy isn't going anywhere this fall. At least not anywhere he wants to go. Pattaya. Hello, Mr. Doggy Cowboy. Mr. Doggy, you come to Thailand, you come to Pattaya, you come Pattaya. When you come? You come quickly, nah. I miss you too much. Florida. Ooh. Ooh.กดพูดภาษาไทยได้ไหมเพราะว่าตอนนี้ก็มีคน You need your Pattaya fix. I like Mexico. Or onto a subway. What, you're coming to Thailand? Ecuador. I'm surprised nobody talks about Costa Rica here. A lot of people don't talk about it. Or Portugal, or some of these other places. Now, Portugal right now, I don't know, but maybe Costa Rica's still closed down. Four minutes and counting. a second. Yeah, I did see that. That kind of thing doesn't happen very often, though, you know? I mean, even there, it doesn't happen all that often. I still would like to know what the real cause of it was. Two minutes. I could jump up and down and say Xi Jinping, Uyghur, the camp. Good luck with that. That ain't never gonna happen. What the fuck? You know, man, these people, they're just idiots. I'm talking about the people in the government, in our government, the mayors, the governors, a lot of the attorney generals, several of the attorney generals that I've seen speak out. Most of them got their heads up their asses. That's what I mean. It's like, how did they get into power? Man, when I was a young kid, I should have got into this shit. Well, did you see the wedding that was going on? There was a wedding going on, and then the blast went off.